Welcome to Discovery Time Anytime. My name is Miss Katie, and this story time is brought to you by the Phoenix Public Library and First Things First. Today, we're going to be talking about pollinators. But before we do that, we're going to do our hello song. So let's get those hello hands ready. Are you ready? Okay. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Welcome to Discovery Time Anytime. Grown-ups, our early learning message of the day is when we help kids develop early math skills, it helps their math and reading when they get to school. Children learn math through everyday activities. So we're going to jump right into our book. Our book is called Bee Dance. It is written by Rick Krasowski. He also did the illustrations, and it's published by Henry Holt and Company, which is an imprint of Macmillan, and it's read today with their permission. So without further ado, let's dive right in. When sunlight warms your honeybee wings, off you go on flower patrol. Follow a sweet scent floating on air to find a honeybee gold mine. A prairie in bloom. Sip sugary nectar with our bendy straw tongue. Yum! Race home! Climb the beeswax comb. Excitement buzzes all around. The other bees know that you have news. Do the waggle dance, honeybee. Make a figure 8. Twirl in a circle. Wag your body up the middle run, then twirl around the other side. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Waggle faster, honeybee. Buzz louder. Your dance points the way to the prairie. How long you waggle your body tells the others how far to go. Now the bees know just where to fly. Soon they see flowers reaching towards the sky. Go to work, forager bees. Collect nectar to make honey. Stuff pollen into baskets on your hind legs. Stay out late. Carry your heavy prize back to the hive. The last glow of sunset lights the way home. Unload your cargo and store it in the combs, then settle in for the night. When you wake up, warm your honeybee wings in the morning sun and dance the prairie jitterbug once again. The end. Is that a fun book? Yeah! It's all about honeybees. So one great way to build early math skills is by counting. So we're going to go back into our book and we're going to count the honeybees on a couple of the pages. You can do this at home with any of your books. You can pick anything to count, and that will really help strengthen your kiddos' ability to know their numbers. So why don't we count how many bees are on this page? Got our counter finger ready? 1. Is that it? Okay, let's look for another page to count. Let's see. Ooh, this one has lots of bees. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's see. Let's find another page to count. Let's count this page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. How about this page? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll do this page. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do this last page. The bees are sleeping. So we'll count quietly. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. So if you practice counting things around your house or in books, you can really build those early math skills. So another way to build some early skills, this is an early literacy skill. If you happen to know 6 nursery rhymes by the time that you're 4, you are well on your way to becoming an amazing reader. And it can be nursery rhymes, poems, songs. So I'm going to teach you guys a song today. It's called I'm Bringing Home a Baby Bumblebee. Now I do have to give a disclaimer. We want to love our bumblebees because bumblebees make honey and they are pollinators. But we'll get to that later. First, we're going to sing this song. So if you don't know the words, just listen and you will learn them quickly. Are you guys ready? Got to get our hands ready. I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Ouch! It stung me. I'm squishing up my baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm squishing up my baby bumblebee. Ooh, it's yucky. I'm wiping off the baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm wiping off that baby bumblebee. All clean. Is that a silly song? It is a silly song, but we don't squish bumblebees. They are awesome and wonderful, and I'm going to tell you why. So, bumblebees are a type of insect that we call pollinators. The other main pollinators are butterflies and moths. So butterflies, moths, and bees are pollinators. So what are pollinators? Well, to know that, we need to know what pollen is. Pollen is that sticky powder that you find inside a flower. And it's super important. So what bumblebees and moths and butterflies do is they flutter and fly around a meadow or a rose garden or anywhere that you might find flowers, an orchard or a farm, and they land on the flowers and they drink the nectar in the flowers or they eat the pollen. And this pollen, this sticky powder, sticks to their legs. And then they fly from one flower to the next, eating. And the pollen from one flower will then drop onto a different flower. And pollen is amazing because flowers need pollen from other flowers to turn into fruit or to seed. And we need fruit to eat because it's delicious. And we need seeds because seeds are how plants grow. So any fruit that you've ever had in your entire life, whether it's a mango or a banana or an apple or blueberries or grapes, those started as flowers. And then the flowers became pollinated. And once the flower was pollinated by getting pollen from a different flower, it then grew up and turned into fruit. And then that fruit has seeds in it. And then those seeds can be planted to make more flowers that turn into more fruit. How amazing is that? It's super cool. So, should we do some fun activities to learn about pollen? Yeah? Okay. So, I've got a couple activities for you. The first activity, you're going to need a couple things. The first thing that you're going to need is you're going to need some colored chalk. I've got pink and yellow and purple and white. You're going to need some cotton swabs. And you're going to need black construction paper. Now, I went ahead and I did this ahead of time. I made a flower garden. Let's see, we've got a pink flower and a purple flower and a yellow flower and a bunch of white flowers. So this is how pollen moves from flower to flower. I've got this cotton swab here. We're going to pretend that this is our little bee, and our little bee is going to go looking for some nectar. So bzz, 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 bzz. That pink flower looks delicious. Let's go visit it. Bzz, bzz, bzz. And then we rub our cotton swab, our little bee, on the pink flower, and then look. Can you see the pink on the cotton swab? Yeah. So then, bzz, bzz, our bee says that that white flower looks tasty. So we're going to go visit the white flower. Bzz, 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 bzz. I don't know if you can see it at home, but there's definitely some pink chalk from the pink flower on the white one. Okay, why don't we do the purple one? Maybe that'll show it better. So, let's go visit our purple flower. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, and we got purple chalk. Then we'll visit our white flower. Yeah, there's some purple on there. Let's grab a new cotton swab. Go visit that yellow flower. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, look. And then look at that. Yeah. Okay. So let's get these bees visiting the flowers properly. Oh, look at that. So if you look at our flower garden, you can see that some of the colored chalk from like the pink and purple and yellow flowers have transferred to the white flowers below. So that is how pollen moves from one place to another. So you can do that at home. Our next activity to show how pollen can transfer from one place to another is with a snack. So what we need is any cheesy snack, whether it's Cheesy Puffs or cheesy chips. I have got a cheesy chip right here. And what I want you to do is while you're eating, notice when you're touching it, do your fingers get dirty? Do you get some cheesy residue on your fingers? You do, because we've got some sticky cheesy powder on the outside of this cheesy chip. And so this cheesy powder is just like pollen. So if you are using the name brand Cheesy Puff, it is super orange and it is super sticky. And if you get it on your fingers and you touch a white piece of paper or a t-shirt or your face, you're going to get cheesy powder everywhere. I purchased an organic cheesy chip. Clearly, they don't use the same food colorings that the name brand cheesy chip does. So that's on me. Otherwise, I would have touched everything and made it super orange. But definitely check out a Cheesy Puff or a cheesy chip and touch that powder because it's going to get everywhere, just like pollen. And then the last thing that I wanted to show you is, do you know what happens when bees go from flower to flower and then they go back to their hive? Do they make something? What do they make? Do they make honey? So if you are over the age of 12 months, you can taste honey. If you are under 12 months old, if you are an infant, do not eat honey. Grown-ups, kiddos under the age of 1 are not allowed to eat honey. There is a botulism risk, but once they are over the age of 1, go for it. It is delicious and it is so yummy and it is sticky sweet. So I'm going to show you guys real quick. So I'm going to hold it forward. I'm going to use my little honey sticker dipper. Look at that honey. Yum, yum, yum. This was made by bees. Bees made this. How delicious. So taste some honey. Taste the power of pollination. It's delicious. You'll thank me later. So let's do another math skill. One math skill is learning how to write our numbers. So we're going to air write our numbers today. So let's get our little air writing finger ready. You can use your right hand. If you're left-handed, use your left hand. I'm going to write the numbers backwards. So for you, it looks normal. Okay? So if I screw up a little, don't hold it against me. I'm doing it backwards. Okay. Are we ready? Let's go from 1 to 10. Are you ready? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, is that figure 8? The waggle dance is the figure 8. 9, and then 10. Good job! That was amazing. If you happen to have a scarf at home, writing your numbers and letters in the air with a scarf is super fun, and it's a good arm workout. It helps grow those gross motor skills. So, our e-resource of the week is Tumblebooks. Tumblebooks is accessible through our website, phoenixpubliclibrary.org. It's on the ebook page. It's also on our kids page. Tumblebooks, you log in with your library card and you are able to read or be read to. They have these animated books. They're amazing and so wonderful, so definitely check it out. It's ebooks for kids. Again, it's called Tumblebooks. So, grown-ups, remember, when we help kids learn their early math skills, it can help their math and reading when they get to school. Children learn math through everyday activities. So I had so much fun talking about pollinators with you today and how they transfer pollen from one plant to another to help fertilize those flowers so they can turn into fruit and seeds for us to enjoy. And then added bonus, we get honey from honeybees. How amazing is that? So now it's time to say goodbye. So let's get those goodbye hands ready. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Thanks for coming to DiscoveryTime Anytime. I hope you had fun. I'll see you next time. Bye.